Your toddler is on the floor of the grocery store screaming like the world is ending because you said no to a candy bar. Every eye is on you. Your heart is pounding, your face is hot, you feel like the worst parent alive. Here's what I need you to know. You're not failing. Your child's brain is doing exactly what it's designed to do at this age, which is absolutely maddening for you, but it's not about you being a bad parent. I'm Hazel, and this is Parenthood Unlocked, where we break down the hardest parts of parenting with real strategies that actually work. Today, we're talking about toddler meltdowns, the full body, can't be reasoned with kind, and I'm going to give you a framework that changes everything. By the end of this, you'll understand what's actually happening in your child's brain and exactly what to do about it. First, let's get clear on what we're dealing with. There's a difference between a tantrum and a true panic meltdown. A tantrum has a goal. Your kid wants the toy, the snack, the screen time. They're upset, but they're still somewhat in control. A meltdown is different. It's a complete nervous system overload. Their brain has essentially gone offline, and they cannot be reasoned with no matter what you do. Here's the science made simple. Your toddler has an upstairs brain, that's the thinking, reasoning, problem-solving part, and a downstairs brain, which is all about survival and big emotions. When they're calm, both parts work together. But when they're overwhelmed, that upstairs brain shuts down completely. It's like the circuit breaker flipped. They're running on pure survival mode, and in that state, logic doesn't exist. This is why your normal tactics don't work. When you say use your words, they literally can't. The part of their brain that finds words is unavailable right now. When you try to reason with them or explain why they can't have something, you might as well be speaking a foreign language. When you offer bribes or threaten consequences, you're talking to a brain that can't process any of it. Imagine someone yelling logic at you during a panic attack. That's what it feels like to your toddler when you're trying to rationalize with them mid-meltdown. So what triggers these meltdowns? Overstimulation, hunger, exhaustion, big transitions, feeling misunderstood. Sometimes it's all of those things layered on top of each other. And here's the reframe that changes everything. They're not giving you a hard time, they're having a hard time. Their little nervous system is maxed out, and they don't have the tools yet to handle it. Now let's talk about what you actually do when your toddler is in full meltdown mode. Step 1, and this is the hardest one, you first. I know this sounds impossible when they're screaming and you're in the middle of the cereal aisle with strangers staring, but your nervous system talks directly to theirs. If you're panicking, they panic harder. Your regulation becomes their regulation. So, before you do anything else, take 3 deep breaths. Drop your shoulders, soften your face. You're allowed to feel frustrated, angry, embarrassed, feel all of it, but then breathe through it because they need you to be their anchor right now. Step 2 is safety without words. Scan the environment. If you're at home, move anything sharp or breakable. If you're in public, move away from stairs, traffic, anything dangerous. If they're hitting or biting, you might need to gently hold their arms or create space. Get down to their level physically. This isn't about controlling them, it's about keeping everyone safe while the storm passes. Step 3, presence over persuasion. Stop talking at them. This is where parents get it wrong most often. We think more words will help. They won't. Fewer words, calmer energy. Bring your calm body near theirs if they'll tolerate it. Some kids need space during a meltdown, some need touch. Read their cues. If they want you close, be close. If they're pushing you away, stay nearby, but give them room. What you can say, and keep it simple and repetitive, you're safe, I'm here, I've got you. That's it. What you should never say, stop crying, you're fine, we don't act like this, everyone is looking at you. Those phrases escalate the situation because now they're not only overwhelmed, they're also feeling shame. Let me give you a real example. A parent I worked with had a daughter who had a complete meltdown because she got the pink cup instead of the blue cup at breakfast. Full screaming, throwing herself on the floor, inconsolable. The mom's instinct was to explain that the blue cup was dirty, offer the pink cup again, try to redirect to something else. None of it worked. What finally worked was the mom sitting on the floor near her daughter, not touching her, just breathing slowly and saying quietly every 30 seconds or so, "I'm right here." After about 8 minutes, the crying slowed. The mom offered water in the blue cup, which had been quickly washed. The daughter drank it, climbed into her mom's lap, and it was over. Step 4. Sensory reset tools. Toddlers respond to physical sensory input when their brains are offline. Cold water on their face or hands can be like hitting a reset button. Deep pressure, like a tight hug if they want it, or a weighted blanket. Rhythmic movement, like rocking or swaying. A complete change of environment if possible. Sometimes just stepping outside shifts everything. One parent keeps a cold water bottle in her car specifically for meltdowns, and it works like magic for her son every single time. Here's what doesn't work, and I see parents do these things all the time with the best intentions. Don't try to teach the lesson in the middle of the meltdown. Don't match their intensity with your own big emotions. Don't threaten consequences. Don't compare them to other kids who are behaving better. And please don't abandon them emotionally with phrases like, "Fine, I'm leaving," or walking away in anger. They need you most when they're at their worst. After the storm passes, here's what matters. Wait until they're fully calm. And I mean fully, not just quieter. That might be 5 minutes, might be 30. Then reconnect physically. A hug, snuggle, closeness. Meet the underlying need if you can identify it. Were they actually hungry, overtired, overwhelmed by too much noise? Don't do a post-game analysis with a toddler. They don't need a lecture about what they did wrong. They need to know you still love them and they're still safe with you. And listen, you need recovery time too. These moments are incredibly draining. It's completely okay to put on a show, sit on the couch, and just breathe for a few minutes after. You're not a robot. Now, if meltdowns are happening multiple times every single day, if they're getting worse instead of better, if you feel completely overwhelmed and don't know what to do, that's when you might need some extra support. Talking to your pediatrician or a child therapist isn't failure. It's strength. It's you being the parent who gets help when help is needed. Here's the bigger truth I want you to hold on to. Every time you stay calm through their storm, you're teaching them how to handle hard emotions. You're being their external regulator until they can regulate themselves. This phase doesn't last forever, even though it absolutely feels like it will when you're in it. You won't do this perfectly every time. Nobody does. There will be days you yell, days you cry in the bathroom, days you handle it all wrong. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is repair and trying again tomorrow. You are enough even on the really hard days. If this helped you feel less alone today, less like you're failing at this whole parenting thing, I want you to share it with another parent who's struggling. Drop a comment and tell me your biggest meltdown challenge, because I promise you, you're not in this alone. And subscribe to Parenthood Unlocked, because we're in the trenches together, figuring this out one meltdown at a time. I'm Hazel, and I'll see you in the next one. You've got this.